morning. How are we doing? It's a damp, relatively chilly autumnal morning, and I'm on a new permission, which is, as you can tell, a bit woody, but there's also a bit of kind of open land as well. Long story short, the farmer that I have my kind of main permission with, who are the farming family, who are absolutely lovely, have introduced me to a very nice lady who has her own kind of fields, only small, probably no more than about 8-10 acres, and a lot of woodland. But interestingly, it connects to the same stream runs through this land as it does through my main farm. So you know, theoretically there should be, with a bit of luck, some connections in history as well. So as the crow flies, we're probably only about 2 or 3 miles from my main permission. So yeah, it's a lovely bit of land. I've only just been introduced to it. She's just walked me around and shown me where I can and can't go, which is brilliant. So yeah, bit of woodland, bit of stream, bit of pasture, nice big lake in the middle, which is lovely. So yeah, we're gonna give it a go and see what we find. So yeah, not quite sure where to start, but whatever happens, I'll see you on the first hole. Well, very first find of the day on my new little permission. Shotty, true to form. Cool, crack on. So, since you last saw me, I found about 10 shotgun ends. Yeah, so basically where I started seemed to be very prolific with shooting. So lots of lovely signals, all turned out to be shotty ends. So haven't bored you with those. So we moved away from that. Just kind of, I haven't got a lot of time today, so just moving a little bit further away. Got myself a mid-80s. So let's see what we got. Right, it's out. See if we can find it together. If I turn it on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Sticking out of the clod like that. Happy days. Oh, we don't mind that. Right, let's see what we got. Feels like a penny. Yeah, it's a big penny, I think. Let's give it a clean up, see what we got. Back in a sec. Well, hopefully you can see him. Poking to the right. Yeah, George III, I reckon that is. Penny. Just about to see the bit of Britannia coming through, I think. Out there somewhere. Cool. Oh, well, happy with that. Coin's a coin, isn't it? Happy days. Right, let's crack on. Right, next one, very shortly after that deep iron in that root of that tree. Got excited for a while, but there you go. In the 40s was a little birdie tag. I don't mind them. Quite like them, actually. Cool. Nice. Right. Let's crack on. Haven't got a huge amount of time today. The boy is, my son is home unwell, so he's just woke up and rung me. So I reckon I've got about an hour, then I need to get back and sort him out. So hopefully we'll find a few more bits. See you in a sec. If you can see that little scrape just there, that's all it was. That was literally laying on the surface. No idea, but it looks very green and quite interesting. Could just be a bit of a toy car, I don't know. A little bit there, but yeah, clean that up at the ranch. It's a find. Cool, moving on. Last signal of the day. 75, 76 ish is a top of a tin, I think. Ah well, I found another one of these earlier which I didn't film for obvious reasons. Oh well, short hunt. Hope you enjoyed it. Short but sweet. Won't need much of a roundup. See you soon. Good morning, lovely people. How are we? we're back on that new permission of mine. So the first third of the video that you've seen was my first visit there, and that was about a month ago. But obviously I was only here a couple of hours, so I didn't get a chance to film much. So I'm back. So it's a few weeks later. The weather has definitely changed. Lovely, beautiful morning, mind, but pretty fresh, as you can tell from my clothing. So I've just met the landowner again. She's lovely, really lovely, and she just said hello. And yeah, gonna have a bit of a roam. So we, as I mentioned on earlier, got the pasture and kind of, you know, grassed areas. A little pond in the middle, and then lots of woodland and streams and things. So yeah, I've got the DTEC coil on this morning, so different to what I had on first time. So I'm going to probably stick to the grass because that's too big for the woods and all the tangle. Yeah, and we'll see how we get on. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, there's my car. There's me, very first hole. So I'm expecting trash because this is right at the top of the land, but I was swinging as I go down towards the good stuff, and I got a 7172 straight away. So it's in here, so we're going to have a look together. Yep, as expected. Just a bit of foil or something, I think. Don't think that's anything to write home about. Cool, moving on. Another 7172. Is that? Just below the surface. Very trashy, this place. Certainly where I've started anyway. Part 2. As it was part 1. I reckon that is off a toy train set or something. I reckon that's like the coal or something that goes on the back of one of the carriages. You know, trailers or whatever they're called, and that popped into the top. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I might be, but I might be completely wrong, of course. But yeah, quite modern. Yeah, moving on. Well, we're just wandering at the moment, and I haven't had a lot. I've had a lot of trash, a lot of iron signals, which obviously I'm avoiding. Anyway, this one was up in the 50s and 60s. It's quite faint, and I now know why, because it's a good 9 inches down. And if you can see there, I can just see a bit of green sticking through. I was a bit worried because the earth is quite orange, so I was wondering if I was going to get another iron signal, but no, by the looks of it, all the way down here is a bit of green. What is that? Oh, it's got a pin on it. See that? Very sharp pins, whatever it is. That's quite interesting. Some sort of horse brass, do you think? Horse fixing? Horse fixing, you know what I mean? Horse brass fixing. Yeah, very sharp pins on it. You can see that, so I presume obviously that went into something. Oh, that's very cool. There you go, I have hope. Yeah, I'm just on a footpath, as you can probably see that. Just kind of wandering through there. I've got the DTEC coil on, so not really going to be venturing off the footpaths or the grass today because it's just the coil's too big. But yeah, that's quite cool actually. That might have something on there, might not, don't know. Cool, let's move on. Next one, 55 to 58 fire tree, and about 6 inches down, and it's green and round. So could we have found, oh, whatever it is proper toast. That is so crusty, it's untrue. That is, you can really feel the corrosion on that. Yeah, not sure we're gonna. I think it is a coin, but yeah, way gone. I think. Never know. Might be able to do something with that when we get home. But yeah, don't think we'll find anything on there. Cool. It's coin though. Moving on. Other holiday resorts are available. Yeah, I think that's part of a bike lock from obviously Centre Parks. I can tell you Centre Parks from, well, the nearest Centre Parks from where I'm standing right now is probably about 50, 60 miles away. So I think someone's had that and brought it back and then lost it. Oh well, it's a lovely 71, as you'd imagine. Righto. Well, I've had a nightmare with this one. Just missed it with the big coil. So I found it on the edge underneath a root. I think you can just about see that. It's definitely a coin, but I think that's quite modern. I can see the kind of cupronickel, the orange coming through. Yeah, it's a modern. I think it's, well, I say modern. I think it's probably a half P. So it's 30 or 40 years old, I would imagine. Yeah, let me just give it a quick clean. There she is, Queen Liz, the second. Yeah, and you'll probably just about see the half at the bottom there. It's half pence. So that would be the 70s, I would have thought. So 40, 50-year-old coin. There you go, just need a little bit older than that, ideally. Cool, see you in a bit. Right, so a bit of an update since you last saw me. Stopped for a coffee, went back to the car. So I left my flask in the car. And I've been through the woods on the kind of main footpath. As I said, I've got the DTEC coil on, so I can't really venture too deep into the woods, sadly. Very, very trashy. Lots of iron signals. I even found a tyre just under the surface that was giving off an amazing 50, 51, as you'd imagine. Yeah, so I don't know. The jury's out on this one. There is history around, but I'm just not sure what, if anything, has come through this particular spot. But we're going to persevere. It's a lovely place. What you're looking at now, beyond those three kind of leafless trees in front of you, 3 or 4 of those, is the woodland that I've just kind of come through back to my car. And then if I scroll you around, beautiful, beautiful bits of grassland and copses and various things. That on the top of the hill there, directly beyond that is the church. And I can't get onto those fields, unfortunately. That's not part of her land. So I think the further I go that way, the closer I get to history, but I don't think we'll get far enough, close enough. But we're going to persevere. There's a little track that runs down here by this wood. So I'm going to go down there, which will take me kind of that way, and then we'll see what we can find. So on with the show. Well, the history isn't getting any more historic. It has to be said. Yeah. 1 penny. 2016. Moving on. Yeah, this is no good. The ground is alive with trash, basically. Lovely signal, that one, as you'd imagine. I'll give it a wipe, but it's obviously a modern plant tag or something. Cool. We'll keep persevering. Another coin, but it's not what we want. I know beggars can't be choosers, but that's a 2p. 2 pence. Yeah, very modern down this bit. So we're just a bit too far away from the old stuff, I think. There she is. Queen Liz again. Righto, move on. Right, the next one is a 56, 57. Well, actually no, predominantly a 57. Tiny little bit of 56, but a lovely signal. So let's see if we can find it together. It's out, definitely. There we go. Oh, hang on, I have just seen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? In the clod there. I think we've got some silver, boys and girls. That's a 6p. All right, let's have a look. I don't believe it. Oh, that's made it all. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. I think it's my 2nd ever 6p. Oh, look at the... There you go, Griff, mate. Do like an imprint, don't you, mate? Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, it's not silver, sadly. Is it? Well, not full silver, I should say. It's 1942. So that's 50%. I will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Yeah, look at that. Wow, that's brilliant. There he is, George. Nice. 6p. Happy days. Moving on. deep in the woods now. About an hour to go, I reckon. And I got a bullet. Another 60s. And first one of them I found. So that's okay. Don't mind that. Found a silver sixpence, so we're well in. We're happy days. Back in a sec. Well, no shortage of coins today. Unfortunately, other than that sixpence, nothing particularly old. And the next one, coming up in the 40s, is there. Another little imprint, look. 20 pence. Yeah. 20 pence. Cool. Oh well. I'm not disappointed finding coins. Shame they're not a bit older, but you've got to be happy with that, haven't you? Cool. Moving on. And again. It's a 10p, isn't it? Let's have a look. There you go. Just about to see the 10 and the lion. 10 pence. Oh well. Cool. Another coin. Awesome. Moving on. Right. This might be one of my last now. We're pretty much back out of the woods now, near my car. And I'll probably just have a swing over the grass as I go back, but that was all very trashy. Yeah, we've got a 56, 57 right on the surface again. So is it another modern coin or is it something completely different? Let's have a look. Oh, try not to crack it, whatever it is. Oh, it's quite solid that earth, actually. Like that. Oh. That's a bit deeper than I thought it was going to be. Pinpoint have done a good job picking that up. That must mean it's cack. It is cack. Lovely. I don't think that's a mood tube. If it is, it's the first one I've ever found, by the way. It's a tube of something, but I rather suspect that's toothpaste. Cool. Righto. It's been an interesting one. Let's move on. Right, welcome to the roundup. That was a really interesting, really lovely few hours actually. It got warmer and warmer as the morning went on. It's a beautiful sunny day now. Yeah, and it's an interesting spot actually. I've had a good mooch around, following the footpath because I had the big coil on. Had a little bit of a wander into the trees for a little while, but yeah, and I think that there is history in and around this place. So I'm going to persevere, and you know, in between all the junk and the modern stuff, there's bound to be some bits to find. So I'll definitely come back in a month or two's time, and we'll see how we get on. This is obviously the roundup for part 2. Part 1, I found the George III coin, and that's pretty much it. So I'll put a quick picture of that at the end. But for part 2, in terms of finds, absolutely tons of shotties, which I won't bore you with. There's thousands of them, and I probably could have dug another load as well. A couple of bullety things, bits and bobs of aluminium, cack and scrap, including some bottle tops, little centre parks, bite lock end. Yeah, there we are. Some other aluminium trash. End of a watering can, tea light still with a candle in it. Don't think that'll be lighting very anytime soon. That I think is from a toy train. I think that goes on one of the little carriages, you know, little toy carriages, and it imitates a truck full of coal or whatever. So yeah, pretty cool. What else do we get? We got the little, well, I presume a little horsey brass thing, which is quite cool actually. I'm not sure if that will clean up. See if there's any pattern on there. And no idea of age, but I presume that's what it is, or a pin of some description anyway. Found that toasted coin. I'll try and get some of that crud off, see if there's anything under there, but I doubt it. And then some modern coinage. We found a 20 pence, a 2 pence, a 10 pence, a 1 pence, and a half pence. So that's probably 50 years old, little half p. Yeah, there you go. And then the find of the day, absolutely and totally, if you come out and you always find one silver coin, you're going to do all right, aren't you? You're going to be quite happy, I think. So George VI, as you can see, little sixpence, 1942, so 50% silver. And yeah, all in all, a really cool day. thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, that's part 1, part 2 of the new permission. Thanks as always for stopping by. The next one, I'm sure I'll be back on the farm, and I'll see you soon. Take care.